I've got Nintendo history in there.
If you've got one of these lying around, you could be sitting on a small fortune.
When it comes to collecting, it's game on for John McLuhan. He's a self-confessed Nintendo nut, boasting what he believes is one of the biggest collections in the country, with everything from the retro to the rare.
I got Nintendo games, consoles, memorabilia.
John, this is an amazing setup.
Yes, I'm very lucky. All my consoles hooked up to my TV. We've got Mario, we've got Luigi, we've got Zelda, we've got all our favourite characters.
Yeah.
And we recognise this.
Obviously, so nostalgic. John, this is such a cool collection.
It's pretty okay, but I've got much more over here.
Really?
And this here is the rest of my collection.
Oh my goodness. John's been holding on to his precious Nintendo merchandise since he was a kid, but over the past few years, he's levelled up in the collecting game, and it's proving to be a winner.
My collection would have to be well over $70,000 now.
With some of his rare pieces fetching a high price tag.
Nintendo 64 boxes that are well worth over $2,500 from different parts of the world. I've got a Nintendo 64 kiosk machine that you used to see in the shops and play the demo games. That's worth about $3,000. A couple of individual games that are close to $1,000.
As he's always adding to his bounty, there's now a whole room of the house dedicated to keeping his prized products in pristine condition.
You can't just buy a collection and just shove it in a garage. So I do things like run a dehumidifier to keep the temperature and water levels out of the room. I put protective cases on things.
Luckily for John, his partner doesn't mind.
I had to be honest straight away. I couldn't really hide something that big. So I said, look, hey, I collect retro gaming, Nintendo stuff. She's like, oh yeah, you probably have like a little display case. I was like, no, I better show you. And I opened the door and there it was. And yeah, she was wowed.
So what's his long-term plan? While he's had some tempting offers to take it off his hands.
I don't really want to sell my collection. I'd love to one day either set up my own sort of gaming retro museum, or I'd love to donate it to someone who's doing that.
Everything old is new again, and we're really seeing the manufacturers of the consoles jump on board this trend, with both Sega and Nintendo recently re-releasing the old consoles.
Thanks to the recent retro revival, the price of the old originals is being pushed up.
It's the rare or limited edition consoles that attract the most money. In the last 12 months, the rare Atari Jaguar console, with a handful of games, sold for nearly $1,500, while a Nintendo 64 bundle got over $1,000.
So if you're in the business of selling, start by searching for your old toys.
Go to your mum or dad's house. Those things you used to play as a kid, you know, these things are worth a lot of money. If you especially got the boxes that came with the game, then it can be worth heaps of money. And yeah, you're definitely seeing a bit of a gold mine there.
And there are a few ways you can attract the eagle eye of online buyers.
My top tips include having a great description, taking at least 3 clear photographs, and listing your items between 7 and 9 o'clock at night, because that's when the most people are online browsing.
If you love collecting and if you love Nintendo, then I highly recommend doing it.
So while John's collection is mostly for show, he does have an old Nintendo 64 set up purely for play. Sadly, I wasn't as good at Mario Kart as I remembered.
Last, look how far behind I am again.
Tiff,
Yes.
are we going to go or are we going to stay here all day and play games?
No, we're fine.
Alright.
Like you guys
You
go
guys
back to
can
the
stay
office.
here.
You're,
Alright.
Get out of the way.
See you, Tiff.
See ya. I'll
bye.
be there later. See ya.
So that was just super exciting, a really fun thing to do. One of the funnest things I've done in my life. It happened on TV about 2 weeks ago now. Channel 7 put it up on the news. What was really awesome as well, Channel 7 News Australia's Facebook page shared it, and then 7 News Melbourne, 7 News Sydney, 7 News Brisbane, 7 News Perth all shared it as well. So I got lots of exposure. People messaged me saying, hey, I saw you. Family and friends were really proud. It was awesome. I'll give you a little rundown of how the day went. So they got here about 10:45ish in the morning. They came in, looked around the collection, sat me down in the hot seat and asked me so many questions. Heaps and heaps of questions. The cameraman and the mic man were in here doing heaps of filming. We did some role playing to make, for the video I was told sometimes what to say and what to do. Dust this, move my console here, obviously for TV. It was a lot of fun doing that, a good experience. So yeah, it was about 4 hours worth of work for that 3-minute little segment you saw, but yeah, can't really describe how much fun that was. So before I end this video though, I really need to thank Channel 7, Today Tonight, Tiffany Warner who interviewed me, the cameraman and mic man, I don't know their names, but you know, thank you to them as well. What a great experience. Yeah, I can't thank them enough for coming here and showing off my collection. So yeah, I have to really, big thank you to the whole team there. If you haven't already, guys, don't forget to like us on Facebook, Nintendo Down Under. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Nintendo Down Under. See daily photos of my collection. Thank you for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing, and take care.